have one of the hottest prospects of the PFL, Thad Gene, the Silverback, inside the booth. Thad, how are you, sir?
Yeah, let's go. I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate you.
Man, before we get into this main event against Jason Jackson, let's
Yep.
uncork that beautiful first round KO of Mukhmid Burkamov. How did this come together? I know that you were an alternate and then got the opportunity to fight in. Walk me through how this came to you.
Um, what specifically came to me, like the knockout or just the fight in general?
Fight in general, yeah.
Okay, so the fight itself, I'm in the beginning of the year. I'm excited to win the tournament since the beginning of the year. I mean, but they had different plans at first. They put me in as an alternative to go against I forget his name. He actually fought against Sterling the last this previous fight. But they put me in for alternate, and I was like, all right, that's cool, but it doesn't matter. Whoever's gonna step up, I'm ready to fight and take on whoever. And last minute they told me, hey, you can fight Berkmov, and I was like, all right, yeah, let's go. I'm excited. Let's go. They put me in a tournament, and I'm like, finally, it's my time to shine now. And Berkmov himself, he's a great fighter. Everybody says he has experience. And I was like, oh, you got to take that into consideration. I'm like, I take everything into consideration when it comes to any fight. I'm never gonna underestimate an opponent, but I'm never gonna let that downplay what I can show in the cage as well. So I mean, getting that fight was just I'm ready. I'm finally like a sigh, like let's go. I'm finally here. You know.
Was there anything that surprised you in those 4 minutes against Mukhmed, or was it pretty much, okay, this is about what I thought he was going to bring to me?
Um, I wouldn't say I was surprised. I was a little frustrated because the canvas is a bit slippery. So every time he threw an inside leg kick, it would make my foot lose grip, and it looked like it took more damage than I actually did, and
Mhm.
that made me upset. But I was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna use it to my advantage and let him get comfortable with throwing the inside leg kick and just inch up closer each second, each inch up closer, inch up closer, inch up closer until I'm in my range. Well, within the range that he doesn't realize I'm in, and then capitalize on it.
We'll tell Don ahead of June 12th that they got to stop putting the stickers on the canvas. Well,
Oh man, hopefully,
um,
hopefully.
I'm curious because you've been in the PFL since January 2023, several years
Yep.
now inside this organization. How have you seen it evolve since you joined? Obviously, it's gone through a couple different big changes.
Honestly, personally, I haven't seen it evolve too much because I've always been on the undercard.
Yeah.
So to see the evolution of the program itself, I would probably have to be more into the main cards and actually within the program itself, as in like the tournament and things like that. But being on the outside looking in, I've always been waiting for my opportunity. I like that they switched from the point system and then automatically go into you got to win to keep going. I like that part the most because people who won first round and then lost second round, they had the chance to win the tournament, and it was like so on it. Like it's cool that you had a chance to make it to the end at the
Yeah.
same time, but do you deserve to be at the end if you lost the
Exactly.
fight? You know what I mean? So I like this playoff format much more because it's win or go home.
Yeah. It's simpler.
Win or go
It's
home.
more straightforward.
It's much more straightforward as well. Yeah, much more straightforward. Just win the fight. You don't got to worry about points or anything. Win the fight, get to the next fight, and just keep moving forward until you win the tournament itself.
I love it. Let's talk about that
Yeah,
next one, man. Jason Jackson, one of
yeah.
the, I would say, standouts, right? That's come into this. You got the chance, I believe, to face off with him. When you looked at his eyes, man, what did you see in Jason Jackson?
I see what I seen in every other opponent. They have that cockiness to themselves until they realize that, oh man, I'm actually gonna fight this kid, and he's not backing down, and I'm not
Mhm.
backing down from anything. There's a confidence that I have that's rooted in God Himself, God Jesus Himself, and I'm not afraid of anyone who walks into that cage with me. And I think Jason Jackson understands that. No, I know he understands that. And once we get into the cage June 12th, he's gonna feel it as well. I mean, he's just like every other opponent. He's just like every other man. It's he's just someone I have to get right. I just gotta go past. That's it. I
He
just gotta get through it.
bleeds. He bleeds,
Exactly. He
baby.
bleeds. He's gonna bleed much easier than he thinks he can.
What did you make of his second round submission of Andre Koreshkov? Obviously, Andre, pretty decorated career in his own right in Bellator. Did anything Jason did in that fight impress you, surprise you?
No, honestly, I wasn't impressed with that fight on either side
Mm.
of the cage, on Kurskov's side and on Jason's side, because I mean if Jason really wanted to have a good standout fight, he should have stayed on the feet. I think he was
Yeah.
already handling him on the feet. He took him down, wasted energy to do all that taking down stuff. Did do a illegal back of the head shots, and I feel like Koreshkov after that was just dazed
Yeah.
completely. I mean, if you were there, you would see that this man was like, and his coach, of course, with the Russian mentality of we can do this, we're strong, and that's a cool, that's a great mentality. But in the moment, it wasn't so good for him because he had to go into the next round, and he wasn't in the right mindset or just in the right zone. So Jason was able to take him down easily and just, as you see, just choke him out. So I mean, I wasn't really impressed because it was nothing spectacular
Yeah.
at all. No, nothing spectacular.
On June 12th, how does your fight with Jason Jackson go? When you envision it, walk me through what you see.
Um, I think complete domination. I feel like I give Jason Jackson a run for his money. I think he doesn't understand that he's too straightforward for me. He's
Mm.
like a children's book for me. He's like a children's book for me. Honestly, I mean, I cannot, like, he does nothing. He keeps himself open. I think right away he's gonna go for the leg kicks and try to take me down. Of course, he's gonna try to take me down. But people don't understand that I only like to strike because I got addicted to knocking people out. I love it. I love that mano a mano. Let's go. Let's get at it. Let's
Hmm.
do what we got to do. But it's a different game because I started off with grappling, so I'm totally okay with grappling. As you can see in the beginning when Berkmov tried to take me down with that single leg, I only went down purposely because I knew I had a guillotine sunk in. So it was like
Hmm.
you can take me down, but if you take me down, it's probably because you're in danger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And if we go to the ground and I get on top, well, and you don't stay on top, and I get to the top, it's going to be a bad day, a bad 5 minutes, however much time is left in the round for you. And if I don't finish you within, then you're going to realize, damn, I probably should stay on the feet. And then if you try to stay on the feet, damn, where am I going to be good at? So complete domination on my side. You know what I mean? So I'm ready for him.
I love it. Well, hey, nine have tried, nine have failed. I want to dig deeper into your faith, man. Talk to me about how your religion has played into your life and what led you to that in general.
Oh man, thank you for asking that, man. Complete faith. I have complete faith. Yeah, just so I was telling a lot of people that my favorite verse in the Bible is Isaiah 41 verse 13. It's I am the Lord your God who takes a hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, for I will help you. And when it comes to that verse, let me just pick it apart for you and how I see it is that going into the cage against any man is it's a scary thing. You never know. Your
Mm.
family's watching you, everyone is watching you. And it's like, I got to come out on top. As a man, you want to come out on top. As a competitor, forget as a man, as a competitor, you want to come out on top. And that could be a little nerve wracking for some people, but I just learned to just let go and let God. That, heard the saying,
Yeah.
let go, let God. And I cracked the code there. I feel like I've truly cracked the code on letting go and letting God. And once I've done that, it's like when people say the big weight has been taken off their shoulder, that's the exact same thing with me. I let God tell me, all right, it's time to go training. You hear the voice in your head. That's that Holy Spirit in your head telling you what to do and what not to do. Stop being so ignorant to it and actually listen to it. And that's the thing. That's what I mean. That's what makes us human is that we like to our flesh itself is that we like to reject that Holy Spirit that's trying to tell us that the better way in life that we should be taking, the better path that we should be taking. That's going to lead to our success. So I mean if you love God as I love God, God does everything good for those who love him. And
Yeah.
I believe it wholeheartedly that everything that's gonna happen is gonna be in my favor.
Yeah. It's liberating. It's freedom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's no stress,
freedom.
no weight. This is what's meant to be will
No,
be.
exactly. I am on a path of just straight to the top and I'm not driving. I'm just there. Honestly, I'm just there. I'm just chilling, enjoying the ride, letting go and letting God while I just chill.
Was your faith something that you had grown up with, or was it something that
Yes.
you found? Okay, so from childhood, you've been pretty
Yeah, my
spiritual.
mom and my father, my dad is a pastor of the church, and they drilled into me. I would say drilled into me that you put God first in your life. And
Mhm.
as a child, you're listening to this, and you're getting taken away from friends and going out having fun. So what do? You rebel, and you go try to find your own thing. I try to find my own thing. I try to just say, man, God's not real. Everything happened. You guys are brainwashing me. This is not real. This is not how it's supposed to be.
The
You know.
resistance, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The rebellion as a teenager, like, oh, this is not real. you guys brainwashed this. I was born into it. I see other people, they don't believe in God, but they're just as fine. And then you look down and you break it down truly, and you look at those people and they're really not fine. They don't know
Hmm.
peace. They're looking for something. And when I went back to God, I was like, oh, this is what people are actually looking for. They're looking for this deeper meaning in life that they cannot find in material, because material is forever fleeting. And when I came back to God, I realized the eternity that God gives is that you don't have to put your hope in something be that won't last forever. Put it
Yeah.
in Christ and you'll be good. And so I just meditated day and night on that. Like, how do I really make this a part of me and truly listen to it? And the Holy Spirit says, just listen. Just
Yeah.
listen, you know?
Hey, some cars can run out of gas, the bank account could hit zero, but God's
Exactly.
love, eternal, right? Yeah, infinite.
Eternally. It's forever. Agape. It's forever. It's
um,
forever.
Talking about your parents, I'm curious about your roots because I believe you've got a lot of Haitian inside you, right?
Yeah.
Talking about the culture of Haiti and how that plays into
I mean,
your thought.
we're the Haiti, man. It's a strong country. It's
Hmm.
actually just too strong for its own good at this point right now. With everything going on in Haiti itself, with all the rebellion, with all the internal fighting, with all the governments playing a big part, like these governments, like America, like France, these big hands are, big bullies are actually messing it up as well. But we are the first first slave country
Mm.
that is freedom, and we're strong people. Our flag is so beautiful. I'm looking at the flag right now. Our country it's beautiful when it's underneath all the crime, all the ugly, all the bad right now that's going on. It and other countries know that. The big countries know that, and that's why they keep us down. I truly believe that. But one day we will be liberated again, and I hope that I can be a beacon or some type of motivator for our people to realize that there's more to life, and that
Yeah.
we can look toward a better future. And that's one thing I actually truly want to do one day in my life, is go back to Haiti and open up orphanages and trade schools and martial arts studios, because there's so much untapped talent and untapped potential in Haiti, like any other country as well. But I think Haiti has the drive and the resilience to know that we can be at the top again
Hey,
once someone finds.
you've been a fantastic ambassador so far, and I look forward to those future
Thank
plans.
you so much, brother.
A quick question: the moniker, right? The silverback, right? Denotes the aggressive approach you have. Where does this name come from?
So a dream, honestly.
Mm.
So I had a dream one day, and I was like, so in the beginning, I'm constantly praying to God, like, what should I do? What should I be? And just getting into fighting was actually just the craziest thing. I asked God, like, who am I? What should I be? And one day I had this dream. It was pretty lucid that I was walking. There's more to it, but where I got my nickname was I was walking, and I was walking down the street with a silverback and an albino silverback, and I was in between them, and I felt like these guys were my guardian angels. And I was like, I'm a part of this crew. I'm a part of this clique. I'm the silverback. And that's, yeah.
I
And
love
so
it,
I felt
man.
like, yeah, I'm the silverback. I woke up and I'm like, that's me. I'm the silverback. And I like to, I walk in the cage and I stand tall. I beat on my chest. I smash my opponents because I'm that guy. I'm that silverback. I'm that guy.
Yeah. Embodying that energy. I love it.
Yes.
Are there other people, right? Because I feel like a lot of faith-based individuals have unique views on combat sports and martial arts in general. Has there ever been like any resistance from the congregation where they're like, "Oh, you do what for a living?"
Yeah, I mean, I had one friend who now is like one of my biggest fans. He had honestly he started off, and I feel like those who have resistance are those who are new to faith,
Hmm.
who have just been set on fire and that and think that God is truly just all loving. Yes, he's all loving, but that's not all he has to himself, There's God is not how should I say, a pacifist.
Yeah.
God is not a pacifist, or Jesus is not a pacifist. He's not going to just let you run through. He's going to let you do your thing, but he's not going to just let you do just run through things. Let's think of the Israelites and how many times God gave them victory over their enemies. God is just not going to just tell me if I'm and at the same point before I keep going, it's not like I'm bullying somebody.
Right.
We're agreeing. We're both, and at the end of the day,
Mutual combat.
it's
Yeah.
mutual. Yeah, we're both saying, let's have a great day. Let's have a respected fight. We both put a lot of work into this. Let's have a great fight, and whoever comes out on top comes out on top. All blessings to the best man, at the end
Mm,
of the day. But at the same time, I think God will give us victory in these battles. How many times in the Bible do you see people going through battles and coming out on top, or even just losing those battles, but God saying that He would have their back? So I wouldn't say the Bible itself is just full of victories and losses and battles and blood and crazy and love
yeah.
and justice and injustice at the same time that we would think is injustice. But don't think the Bible is just a love, just only a love book. It is a good love
Right.
story. It's a love story, but it's not just a all loving book. If you understand what I'm trying to say, all
Yeah.
peace and pacifistic book.
Well, I mean, what Moses liberating the Jews in Egypt, right? That whole
Yeah,
saga. I mean, that
yeah.
wasn't peaceful. That
No,
was.
and then there goes King David when he took the head off of Goliath.
Yeah.
So it's like that's not peaceful at all as well. So let's not put God in a pacifistic area or
Sandbox and have him
yes,
purely
and
be, yeah,
exactly. No,
defined by that.
that's not God.
I love
That's
it. I like that. I really love how future focused you seem. I'm curious when you look at or think about your destiny, right? Where are you led to? What are the big goals that you want to check in your combat sports career?
in combat sports. I've been saying this since I first started, and I truly mean it. Is that I want to be known as one of the best to have ever done it. I
Mm,
truly want to be like on a different level. Like when Thad fights, oh, he is on a different level. He has the it factor. And then when people see that, I want people to see that I got it through Christ and just understanding and just listening. And then I hope when people realize that, they start coming more closer into their faith or just trying to figure out who God is. So honestly, this is truly just a platform to glorify God's name. But if I'm going to do that to glorify God's name, I got to make sure I get to the highest standard of this
yeah.
game, and I definitely will. So I'm definitely trying to be known as the greatest to have done it or to ever do it.
Yeah, I like it. I will
Truly.
say a somewhat maybe negative question. This
Go
year,
ahead.
2025, there's been 21 plus fighters that have lost the undefeated record. When you
Mhm.
see all these other fighters losing their undefeated record, do you
Yeah.
go, "Oh, I got to be more protective of mine"?
Wow. I mean, like, yeah, people are gonna people if people start sipping on their own Kool-Aid or
Yeah.
you know what I mean by that. It's like, yeah, you're undefeated, but people are watching you.
Mhm.
Don't take that for granted. Yeah, you're undefeated. People are watching you. I'm watching me. I see myself win, and I go back and I watch my fights, and I'm saying, Thad, how can I beat Thad, future Thad? How can I beat that guy?
Mhm.
How can I beat me, and how can I improve myself so that those holes that I see in myself can get fixed? And then once I fix those holes, I improve on everything else that I have within my game, within my arsenal. And yes, I don't have 20 fights, I don't have 30 fights, but I have the IQ and I have the humbleness and the work ethic to make sure that that gap is or that gap is closed. When it comes to stepping into the cage with someone like Jason Jackson with 20 plus fights, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me who steps into that cage. I know I worked harder or worked just as hard as you. And if you're not within the same mindset of as first that God is on your
Mhm.
side, then right there, I feel like you're not touching me. Doesn't matter who you are, you're not touching me. And I mean that completely and wholeheartedly. You will not touch me. And I'm gonna make sure that I beat it into you that you gotta put God first too.
Yeah.
Like make sure that when you're in this and you're wanting to come take my record, that you're actually putting in the work to actually take my record. You know what I mean? Take my be the first one on me or whatever you want it to be. So it's making sure that you work harder than me, you're meditating harder than me, you're studying harder than me, and you're just more hungrier than I am. Because it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Every time I get a win, I don't look at the win as okay, I'm good, I'm there now. No, this next fight is my most important fight. Every time I have a fight, it's my most important fight. I tell my friends this every single time. Oh, Thad, how do you feel about this fight? It's my most important fight. I got to go
Yeah.
train. I'm waking up 2 o'clock in the morning because I feel like I didn't train hard enough. I'm going jogging. I'm going shadow boxing. I'm not going out. I'm going out, but I'm not going out to have parties. I'm going out just hanging out, going home early so I can go jog. Go
Yeah.
run. Let me go train. Let me go watch. Let me go look at Jason Jackson. Let me go study him. I'm constantly ready for anyone who thinks that they can take my O. That's why I'm never going to be scared about it or
Damn,
worried.
damn near impossible to outwork. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
kind of what it
exactly.
boils down to.
That's it. That's it. And be smart about when you're training hard too. Be smart about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like you see so many gyms where it's just hard sparring Monday through Friday, and you're like,
No,
that's
heck
not
no.
constructive. Yeah.
It's not good. You're a human. I mean, like, how
Mm,
many times you're gonna put your Ferrari on the racetrack before that Ferrari's in the trash dump? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or just a collector's car at that point, or becomes a
exactly.
collector's car. So just got to be smart with how you could take care of your body.
Second to last question I got for you, Thad. We've got a mutual friend in Ian Parker, and I believe you shouted him out
Boy,
inside the cage. What was get
yeah.
to the root of this, man? You and Ian, how
Man,
did that?
Ian is
Yeah,
great, man. Ian has been training one-on-ones first with our head coach Daniel Mendez. And him coming in at the end, he's been watching me train, seeing how hard I've been working and seeing how good I am. And he's seen me since the beginning of the PFL the Challenger series, and he's just realized that, hey man, this kid has what he got. He has that egg factor, he has that charisma that people will like, and I think that this guy needs next. And he's been telling me, hey man, when are you gonna get in the tournament? Are you talking to your management? I gotta talk for you. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna put in a good word for you. And Ian is just great. He's such a great guy, as in like he completely. I feel like he has faith in what I, or he believes in what I
yeah,
have when I have, and believes that I can make it to, well, we'll make it to the top. And
absolutely.
things like that, and people like that, I won't take their belief for granted and be like disrespected by not working as hard as I can. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You got to work hard when people are, and this is Silverback Nation. They wholeheartedly believe in me too. I got so many people flying out to Nashville, Tennessee, and it's so like, dang, you could be doing anything on a Thursday. It's not a weekend. You're taking off of work to fly out to Nashville, Tennessee to come watch me fight because you believe in what I have. So I have to make sure I'm working as hard as I can so that I'm not disrespecting your belief.
I love it. I love it. The masses are coming out for the main event. How does
Yeah,
that feel, man? First time, final fight of
yeah.
the night for
Oh, sorry.
PFL. You're good. You're good. Big. I mean, that's got to feel great going from the
Yeah.
prelims of
Oh man.
Muhammad to all the way to the main event.
Oh, it's a blessing. Honestly, I was just talking to my friends about like, oh, I just want to be on the main card. I'm tired of, I just want to be on the main card. I'm tired of coming to these fights and I'm the first or second guy out. And
Yeah.
I have the Silverback Nation just screaming my name and just waiting for me to come out, and they come out right away. Oh, that's not as successful as I
Yeah,
want
it's
it to be, you know?
anticlimactic.
I'm like, oh, there he goes. He's already coming up. So I'm like, finally I got to the main card. No, bump the main card, brother. You're the main
Yeah.
event, right?
Yeah.
That's how God works. God's plan. God's
It's
plan.
all coming together, man. Prayers answered.
Exactly. That's it, man. I'm honestly, I so blessed. I'm so grateful. And honestly, I'm grateful to Jason Jackson, because if it wasn't Jason Jackson on the other side of this main event, I don't think it would be as big as it is. He has a
Yeah.
great name. So I am grateful to Jason Jackson for his name and for what he has done in the past. But like everyone, he's gonna have to he's gonna have to hand me the torch, and I'm gonna hand him his flowers because I am grateful. But I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna go to the next level.
I love it. Dad, what's your last message for Jason Jackson here on Combat Zone?
Like I said, thank you. I'm gonna say it every time, thank you. But brother, this is not gonna be the fight that you think is gonna go the same. Unless you think it's gonna go my way, it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. It's you're gonna come into this fight, and I hope you have a game plan that is ready to take out a soldier of God. Because if that's not what it is, it's not gonna be what you think it is. And I'm excited. This is gonna be my main event, and this is gonna be the last main event that you're on if I'm on the card. Let's go,
I
baby.
love it. The unbeaten phenom, the silverback,
Let's
Thad
go,
Gene, main eventing June 12th. You cannot miss it. PFL squaring off with Jason Jackson. Thad, thank you so much for the time, sir, and I can't
thank
wait
you
to
so
tune
much
in.
for having me on, brother. Thank you. This is awesome. This is my favorite interviews, honestly. I love that.
Oh, man,
Appreciate
I
the
appreciate
the
that.
faith-based questions, honestly.
Always, brother, always. Well, hey,
Thank you,
best of
brother.
luck, man, and we'll chat soon.
God bless you. Thank you, Ben.